Hello everybody, and how are you doing? I've got a little story to tell you. I've got a little beer review to do of a new brewery that I have discovered, and it goes to show when you're out and about and you're doing whatever you're doing, when if you're like 10 minutes from home, it's not really out and about. If you're an hour plus away from home, do a little search to see if you can find any breweries next to you, because then you might be lucky like me and discover a fantastic brewery. So we was in Milton Keynes and we took Marshall to Gulliver's Kingdom, the adventure playground, park and whatever. If you got kids, let me tell you, that place is pretty good. So whilst we were there, full on all day, wore me out, real great. And I Googled breweries next to me, and 10 minutes away from Gulliver's Kingdom was a brewery called Blackened Sun. What a name for a brewery, I thought, as well, as soon as I seen it. And their logo is really, really great. So I've got their logo sort of like on the phone here. It's really, really good. It's a great logo. Phone's a bit dirty, but I'd love branding from breweries. Have a look at that Blackened Sun Brewing Company. And it says their ethos, our ethos, Blackened Sun Brewing Co, is about creativity, skill, and precision. Brewing process, unchemicalized, unfined, unpasteurized, and unfiltered. So anyway, I thought we'll drop in there. Well, do you know what? I wish I could have stayed. I wish I could have drank beer in there. What a warm welcome from their tap room, which is sort of like, it's just along a bit of an industrial sort of like, there's lots of shops and units and sort of businesses around there. I can all imagine all them businesses when they're finishing dropping in for a pint. And having spoke to Gary as well, it's like a really great community there. So honestly, I walked in, the folk that was in there sort of like looked at me or whatever. I looked curiously at the bar and having a look round, and they basically parted the wave to sort of come to the bar. Really warm welcome. And I said, I'm really, really sorry. I can't have a drink, but have you got any beer that I can take away with me? You know, any bottle beers or beers that I can buy? So he said, yes, they're in the fridge. So here's the beers that I got, and I'm being really careful with them because they are bottle conditioned beers and I don't want to disturb them. So we've got the Cosmic Arc here, which is it's a pseudo lager, if that's right. I have not actually heard of that before. I thought, is that how you say that? So pseudo lager. Pale, crisp and light with subtle citrus notes from the hops. This beer is refreshing, easy drinking. I've got a cool bag down here because I want to show them you, but I don't want them to overly loose. So this one's called Sunspots. Sunspots. Love it. And this is a pale ale. What's it say there? It's quite dark on that. So it's Sunspots Pale Ale. So it's a pale ale. Now, whilst I was there, he says to me, these are the beers that I've got in the fridge. And he literally explained every single one to me in detail. And I interviewed Gary for the radio. And the one thing I failed to ask him on the radio interview was to explain the beers again. So this one is Happy Hour. It is also there. I think them two are 4.8%. Let me just have a look. I got a bit over carried away there, not looking at what the percentage was. 4.1 is the Cosmic Arc. I think the lager, the Blackened Sun is 4.6. So I've seen a lager. I think, come on, Speno, what are you doing here? Yeah, the lager, that was 4.1. Yeah, so 4.1, nice refreshing lager or whatever. And then the Happy Hour, this is a 3.4. And this is a hazy pale ale. Now, whilst I was in there, I sort of said, obviously, I was driving and things like that. And I've got one more, and this is the one I'm going to talk about and review. And the folk behind the bar was basically raving about, well, not behind the bar, on this side of the bar, where I am now, were raving about the beer. And they said, oh, you could just try like a half of the the 3.4%, it's absolutely banging, and that. It just felt a real sense of community and love in there. I really, really loved it. I wanted to stay. I interviewed Gary. He was absolutely wonderful. So basically, Gary started brewing in 2012 after, check this out, guys, after his wife got him a brewing kit as a present. Oh my God. What a legendary wife he has. Anyway, he was made redundant back in 2016, and he fancied doing his own thing. So he really enjoyed the brewing. He was influenced by sort of like heavy metal, rock and punk with the names of the beer and the breweries. So the brewery came from that influence when he was buying vinyl as a kid, and he loved all that, metal music, rock, punk. And so the titles of the beers either come from an album, a song, or anything to do with music. But here's the thing, he said he's tone deaf. He can't play a musical instrument or nothing. So he wants to put his creativity that is oozing out of him into his beer, basically. So that's where all the beers come. So he uses two producers to sort the water out. I think one's Protoflock every now and then, and a bit of gypsum. His brewing kit is manual reconditioned kit, which Gary says puts pressure on him, I suppose in a good way, puts pressure on him to get all the temperatures right and everything else without all the stuff that goes with it. And I think he absolutely loves it. He says he works more hours than he used to, but he absolutely loves it. So that's 6 minutes of Speno waffle. So what beer are we going to talk about? Rise Above, and it is, now you're going to know that I'm going to, out these four beers that I've got, this one would have been the one to pick straight away. It is a session West Coast IPA coming in at 4.8%. Now, what Gary says to me was, now I'm really, really terrible at this. I always just pour the beer right in, don't I? You know me. Gary says to me, pour the beer nice, keep it all right, pour the beer, the bottle condition, pour it nice and steady or whatever. Put it down, have a drink of the beer, and then mix it up and get the medicine. I think that's what he said, something along them lines. So let's crack this beer open. Oh, and let's get it into the glass. Oh, now I'm pouring it nice and steady, although I might have poured. Now, I've tried my best not to upset these beers. I'm not used to pouring a beer and leaving the stuff in the glass. That already looks absolutely lovely. So what's in there? Yeah, there's a little bit in there. Now what I will do, I will lava lamp this. I won't finish this and then pour this in as a separate thing. I will literally dump this in as I've got into this beer. So this says a complex malt bill provides the base for citrus, pine and smooth bitterness from the hop profile. So Rise Above, that's coming from either an album, a song, a music influence, and he has his logo on all his beers there, which I think is absolutely brilliant. I think when somebody can have just a single logo like that you can spot. And I tell you what, there was another one. I was at the Two Steeples in Wigston, and Round Corner Brewing, they have, I think they've just got a C or something. So right from a distance, I ordered a beer and I said, is that Round Corner Brewing? Because I could just see that. So, right, beer in the glass. It looks thick. This is like a 4.8% ABV. Looks lovely. Look at the colour of that. Looks lovely. Light from my little light down below shining. I hope you like this view, by the way. I've got Ale and Radio on in the background because I was telling Gary about Ale and Radio, so his interview will be on there. If you listen to that, it'll be on. It'll play out throughout the day for quite a few weeks alongside all my other waffle. Looks like good condition. It looks like it's got a nice level of sort of thickness in that. It smells really nice. I mean, all I can say is everybody at that pub was absolutely raving about it, like the tap room. And he's got a DJ set there. And I'll put a little bit of a video. I meant to take more video and more photos. I sort of did a quick whip round, and when I went, I sort of thought to myself, oh, I didn't take a picture of the bar or anything. But here's another thing. I tried to pick all the 8 bottlers up because he gave me 4 bottles and they were £9.40. I will get into the beer in a minute. Just wait your horses, you know what I'm like. And I went £9.40 for 4 crafted beers. I'll have another 4, please. You know. And so I thought it was great. So when I was carrying them, I actually dropped one. It slipped through and it sort of bumped on the floor. And one of the guys said, "I'll give you a hand." One of the punters there, "I'll give you a hand." He said, "It'd be a travesty to see one of these beers break." So he gave me a hand with the beer. So yeah, fantastic place. Right. Smells absolutely beautiful. It smells really sort of fresh and almost fresh orangey as well. As in the first, it smells good. Do you know what I mean? It smells inviting. Right, Session West Coast. Session West Coast IPA, 4.8%, because IPAs are normally a bit stronger. So this is Session. Been with the grandson all weekend. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love discovering great breweries. Wow. Oh, what with Wheatlow Brewery and now Blackened Sun Brewery. Guys, brewers with passion. We love it. This is what we're saying on Ellen Radio and what Jimbo says on Ellen Radio and everybody that contributes. We look for these breweries that really put the passion into what they do. Independent breweries. We're there to support them. And oh yeah. Oh, that is really, really nice. 4.8%. To be able to like session a West Coast, because sometimes with the West Coast IPA they can be a bit like, well, a bit strong in the stronger side of things, and you get that bite, you get everything that goes with it, but you can't then session them. This is giving me like a really nice, refreshing aftertaste as well. It's got a lingering bite on the tongue. It's not overly bitter. It's nicely balanced. Because what we say about the West Coast IPAs is, I was sort of like told, almost like, you know, I really would love a West Coast IPA to hit me so hard with the IBUs that it just takes my cheeks off and everything else. But when I was talking to Richard, and you talk to people who know what they're talking about, it's like, no, it wants to have a nice balance. It wants to have a nice balance. It wants to hit you, but it wants to be balanced. I don't really want to just like crazily be stupid in its bitterness. There's a slight floriness mash, which is really nice. Just a very subtle floriness. It's got a real. I'd love to know what hops are in that, because it's got a very nice flavour in there. Really nice citrus, pine and smooth bitterness. But there is a lovely flavour from that hop profile. It's not giving you any of that like horrible citrus. Well, I don't like the real sort of like sucker lemon citrus, sucker lime citrus. It's giving them nice citrus flavours. The softened citrus flavour. So the water profile is good in this. I've learned a lot recently from Richard, and if Richard and Gary were talking, they would know exactly how they've done what they've done. But it's all about that Citra hop being my least favourite hop of all time. But when somebody brews it and softens it down and brings all them flavours, but with a little bit of like taking all that harshness off, that's when it's wonderful. So I wanted to try and keep this under 15 minutes for Instagram. But unfortunately, I can't, because, so what we're going to do is we're going to pop this medicine into the glass. I absolutely love bottle conditioned beers, because the thing with bottle conditioned beers is they get better when, you know, oh, look at that. What I like about bottle conditioned beers is I know he's got a date on here, so September 26. So you've got like nearly a year on that. But with bottle conditioned beers, you tend to find that like they seem to get better in my eyes. They get better, and I don't think I've ever had a bottle conditioned beer that I've actually let run past its date that has lost any of that real hop profile. I mean, if you left it for like years and years and years, then maybe, yeah, you know, if it's a hop forward beer, if it's a more of a malt forward beer, it wouldn't be so bad. Now, just to say before I get some of this medicine down me, the Blackened Sun Brewery. If you look on their website, I've got 4 beers. There were 4 beers that was available at the time in the bottles. If there was 5, I would have bought 5. If there was 6, I would have bought 6. If there were 10, I would have bought 10. But if you look on their website, they literally have got they brew loads of beers, imperial stouts, all saisons, all sorts of beers. So really got a creative mind to go through all these different styles of beers. I think it's fantastic. It's brave, it's bold, it's brilliant, it's independent, it's taking the risk, it's having a go, isn't it? Well, that's good. That is nice. It's a different type of West Coast IPA that I've tried before. It's almost like it's their own unique thing. It carries some different citra profile. It's not got a bursting citra. It's got quite a nice how can I put it? It almost feels as if whole leaf hops have gone into this. Now, I know that sounds really like strange, but I can almost taste the leafy hop rather than. I mean, people will say to me, like, Speno, why on earth would you want to eat a hop? I have ate hop pellets and I've ate the hop flour because I want to taste what it tastes like. You know, if someone says I've used these hops in this and I can get hold of one of them pellets, if you ever have a brewery tour, try and eat one of the pellets, and then you understand what the taste like, and then when they go into the brew, you can see whether or not, because if you eat a hot pellet, you sometimes get a bit of hot burn. It's a bit too much. This is giving some very nice, fresh hop flour. That's what I mean. Like, say when I say the floralness, it's like you're getting the fresh hop flour in this, and it's well balanced. It's got a nice bitterness. It's not over the top, and nothing's really screaming out at you. It's just, and that's what I love about a beer. When it's all put together, it's all balanced, it's all lovely, absolutely brilliant. So pleased that I've discovered a new brewery. So lovely conditioning. Oh, really nice, really different, really independent. I've had loads of different IPAs, West Coast IPAs, everything else. I can almost put this down as something completely independent to them. You know, this is like something that I'd recognise again, if you know what I mean. If I was to drink a lot of different beers and then suddenly someone gave me that, probably in 6 months' time I wouldn't, obviously. But if next week someone says to me like, "Oh, do you want to? I've got a session West Coast IPA." I drink that. I'd be like, "That's Blackened Suns, that is, isn't it? Yeah, that's their rise above." Yeah, absolutely brilliant. So I have got like 3 more. I've been counting with the grandson. 3 more beers to try now, because that was only a 4.8. I might go and rinse my palate, get another glass, try another one of those beers. So please check out Blackened Sun Brewery on Instagram. Listen to Airline Radio for all things, well, wonderful. There's loads of on-demand shows there as well. I'm going to mention to Jimbo about Gary, because I think it'd be fantastic to get Gary on Taps and Tracks. especially like, you know, that real independent, real brewery kit. Started as a hobby, went that way, and so did I say they started in 2017? Yeah, the brewery started in 2017, so we've been going for 8 years. And also as well, just to add, Gary says that they're doing a collaboration beer, but not like with another brewery or anything else, within the community. So what they've got is they've got Gary at Blackened Sun Brewery. It's really hard to say that. I keep thinking blackout, but Blackened Sun Brewery. They've got a local coffee shop that I think run the coffee in there as well, and I think they roast their own beans to collab, and also a local artist to design and do the artwork. Fantastic, keeping it in the community, absolutely brilliant. Listen to the interview on Ellen Radio, and in fact, what I'll do is, if you've got this far, I will, at the end of this, put the interview with Gary on here as an audio clip with probably his beers in the background just to look at. And then you can hear it for yourself. Why not? I've never done that before. Might as well, ain't I? Yeah. All right. Anyway, thank you for watching. It's been over 20 minutes long. It's been a Speno waffle. It's been a different view. You can see the barrel bar there, which you don't normally see. I'm actually sat looking like I'm in a big bar and it's going that way, but all I'm looking at is the window. So anyway, the German stuff will be coming up soon. I just wanted to throw these in between. Take care, everybody. Keep safe and well. Drink good beer, as always. Hello, everybody listening to Ellen Radio. It's Speno here. Now, as you know, this weekend we've had Marshall all weekend, but I have done a what brewery is near where we are at Gulliver's Kingdom, and it's took me to this fantastic brewery here, and it's called the
Blackened Sun Brewing Company.
And I'm with Gary here, and I've just bought 8 of the beers. Absolute bargain. I bought 4, but there was such a bargain, I bought another 4 as well. So you'll see them coming to the Spencer Arms channel. But Gary, could you just tell me a bit about the brewery, a bit about yourself, and a bit about them beers?
Yeah, of course. So Brewery, we've been here for just over 8 years. Started back in 2017. I originally started brewing in 2012 when my wife brought me a homebrew kit for Christmas. Excellent. As a hobby. So I got really, really taken by the process, really, really enjoyed it. I got made redundant at the back end of 2016 and wanted to do my own thing. So we started here in August 2017. And yeah, everything, the name of the brewery and stuff, I'm very influenced by music and buying vinyl from when I was a kid. I like a lot of sort of metal and rock music, punk and stuff. Yeah. So all name of the brewery, all the beers and stuff are generally named after songs or albums or references to music. Basically, I'm a brewer because I've got no inclination to play an instrument, and I'm completely tone deaf. So I like to try and express any creativity I've got by making beer and coming up with recipes and things like that.
That's absolutely amazing, because on the contrast side, I can play an instrument and whatever, but I cannot brew a beer. I know what's a good beer, but could I brew it? No, it's an absolute science, isn't it? But you don't use any you use real good processing in brewing, don't you?
Yeah, very much so. So on my side, I use basically 2 products just to profile my water. We have very hard water here in Milton Keynes, very neutral. So I use that, and then obviously that is it. I try and use as least process as possible and try and do things by good temperature, good process. I'll use a bit of proto-flock or gypsum in the kettle if I want to clear things out, if I'm making more American pale ales and things like that. Yeah. But yeah, it's about process and trying to do things well, really, more than anything else. And as you can see, my kit's very, very manual, reconditioned kit. So I've got no bells and whistles, no controls or anything. So it's really on me and puts pressure on me every time I brew to hit temperatures and targets that I'm looking for, which is great fun, and I really, really enjoy that.
Oh, wow. And that's what brings the passion to the end product. And I'm really looking forward to trying these beers. So what I'll do before we go here, I'm just going to take a few photos around here because it looks really great. You know, it looks real. It's right in front of everybody, all the customers. And I was only stood at the bar for a second because I can't have a drink because I've got Marshall in the car. Everybody's just raving about it and telling me what beer to have, and I think everybody in here is loving being in here, aren't they?
Yeah, it's great. We've got a great community here. I think that's the thing. Milton Keynes has always been associated with that corporate franchise sort of thing, but we've got much more independent stuff here, especially in the north side of the city, with beer, with food, with coffee as well. Within here, we've got a coffee shop run by my good friend Tom. Is barista culture, so he roasts his own coffee here. He makes really good cocktails. So we're always trying to do things to push our independence and our own creativity. So, and it seems a really big hit. We have lots of events and stuff here, and people that are really enjoy more independent drinks and beverages and things like that have been drawn to us. So it's going really well, and it's about keeping doing that, keeping good ideas, keep pushing and keep making some things. So we're just about to make our collaboration beer for Christmas.
Ooh.
Tom's gonna roast some coffee and do me a cold brew, and we're gonna make an imperial tiramisu milk stout. So we're making that a week on Tuesday on the 21st, so we're looking forward to that. One of our good friends who's a local graphic designer, he's going to do labels for us and stuff. So it's getting everyone involved.
Oh, that's absolutely magical. It's bringing everybody together, all the community together, to bring together a collaboration in that way, isn't it? An artist, a coffee shop, and yourself.
Exactly.
That is fantastic. Well, do you do any online sales? Can you buy your beer online, or is it just from here?
Currently not, because I'm still in bottles. I'm trying to get to go into cans. Bottles are a real pain through couriers and stuff. They break a lot.
Yeah,
cans are
I've had that
easier.
experience myself recently.
Yeah, so hopefully within the next 6 months or so, we should be able to move over, get the equipment I need to start canning. So that should be coming, and once that happens, then it will go up on our site, and all our socials will let everyone know that we'll be doing that.
Brilliant. Well, check out the Spencer Arms Instagram page and the YouTube channel, because at some point, it won't be very quick as I'm trying to cut down on the beer, but probably over the weekend, maybe Sunday, I will drink one of these beers, maybe two. It just depends if my grandson lets me put the ball down for a minute or two, bring them to the channel, and then you can check out this brewery again. And what's it called again?
It's Blackened Sun Brewing Co.
Blackened Sun. That's brilliant, isn't it? That's proper metal, isn't it? A bit Blackened Sun Brewing Company.
It very much is, yes. Very much.
Gary, thank you so much for the interview.
You're
I'm
very
shaking
welcome,
Gary's
my friend.
hand, and also as well, what a wife you have to buy you a brewing kit so you can start your own brewery. I mean, You're lucky man.
I don't know how she feels about it now. I spend more time here than I do at home now. So, but no, it's great to be your own boss and not. I used to work in more of a corporate environment, and I'm a lot happier. I do a lot more hours, but it's a great lifestyle choice, and I really enjoy what I do.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? Oh, absolutely brilliant. Well, it's a shame I can't stop here and have any beer, but just bear in mind, if you go anywhere for the weekend, even if it's with your grandkids or anything, check out if there's any local breweries next to where you are, because this was 10 minutes away from Gulliver's Kingdom, and wow, what a find. So cheers Gary, all the very best to you, mate, and thanks for your time.
Cheers, no problem at all.
Thank you.